Hey there, my friends. Welcome to another weekly weigh-in video with me, Mrsroedee. I went to my WW studio yesterday to get weighed in officially for their maintenance, the 6 weeks maintenance. I guess you can call it part of the program when you're trying to achieve lifetime with WW. And it was my first weigh-in of my first week of the 6. And I must say how happy I am that I was able to stay the same, which is ultimately the goal. You can go up or down 2 pounds in order to be in compliance, I guess, with that part of the plan. So let me tell you a little bit about my week. Was it easy? No. But maintenance, as I hear, I've never done a maintenance thing before. I've usually reached goal and just stayed at goal and done whatever. But so this is a bit different for me. I'm not going to let it get to my head. I think that I should forge forward most likely in the way I've done in the past when I've lost weight. The last time I lost a significant amount of weight was in 2015. And I maintained that weight loss for just about up until when the virus hit. I was up within 10 pounds, I should say, of my goal, which was still very good for me. It was well within my healthy weight zone for a person who's in their, at that time, late 50s. So I was very happy. It was very simple and easy. I just ate the foods that I was used to eating. A little bit different this time for me because I'm incorporating in carbohydrates. I was really on a very low carbohydrate way of eating, and it became a problem over time because I got away from that. It's very hard to get back to that. If you've never done it before, it is hard. So at least for me right now. But I am eating good carbohydrates. I'm not eating a lot of white flour. I do eat the Nutrisystem foods, which contain white flour, mostly whole wheat flour, but it's not in a very large amount. I can pick and choose how I eat my carbohydrates, that type of carbohydrate. So I don't see that as being a problem for me. It's a matter of just finding my, I guess you can call it maybe a sweet spot, because if I followed the WW plan, I would be at 30 points a day now, going from 23 to 30, plus what you buy back in vegetables and water if you want to use that, and if you wanted to stick activity in there, that is an awful lot of calories. Points do have calories, whether or not WW wants to talk about that part. So I'm staying with the 23. I'm staying where I'm comfortable. If I eat a little bit more on a different day, I'm really not going to worry about that. This month we talked about planning, all about planning the month of October. So last week's meeting was about planning breakfast, which I didn't do a video about. This week we talked about planning if you're going to an event, which I think was a productive conversation. What I do is not what other people do, and we all have to do whatever's going to get us through and back and staying on track with whatever your eating plan is. For me, I don't play a points game. I don't play a calorie deprivation game throughout my week. Or in the case of Nutrisystem, let me save my power fuels and my small. I don't do any of that. Truth be told, for me, what has always worked is I have an event to go to. I'm going to eat what I feel like eating. And then tomorrow I'm going to start back fresh. That has always historically worked for me. That is the only way that I can do it. If I play with it too much, I end up overeating even more. So that is something that I think is an individual thing. If you're following the WW plan or even the Better Balance Healthy plan, that is something that is taught to you or shown to you as being a way to go to an event, eat comfortably, and within your points. I'm not discouraging people from doing that. It's entirely a personal thing. As I said, that doesn't work for me. That puts more stress on me. So I think the message should be, my take on the meeting is that You should plan for an event in the sense that whatever is going to work for you, not what the plan is necessarily professing. You could try that and see how it goes. I would think that would probably be a good idea. But if you're really a person that doesn't think that's going to work for you, and you're going to be obsessing all week about points and saving them and getting more of them and what have you, and you think it's going to backfire, then just have your day. Don't overly indulge. Have your dessert. Maybe have a lighter meal in the morning before you go to the event. That's generally what I do. I'll have a shake. I'll have maybe some yogurt to tide me over until I go to the event. And then I just enjoy. I don't overly consume. First of all, there's only so much I can consume because I do have my lap band. But I plan for it. I do plan for it. But again, my planning is that I'm going to go there. I'm going to enjoy whatever. And life is going to go on the next day, or maybe even the next meal. So that is my take on the planning of going to an event. Planning for breakfast, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about, do you eat breakfast for dinner? Do we talk about, some people prep for their breakfast. I think it's important to know, if you can't have a grab and go situation like I generally do, that works for me for breakfast. I can grab and go. I can always have a bar or a shake. That's my, bottom line way for me to know I will not be going off plan, and I will make sure that I am not going hungry, because that isn't a healthy thing for me either. I need to make sure, otherwise my blood sugar drops. Then I'm liable to go in a gas station and grab whatever, or just feel really sick, which is not a good thing at all for anybody. So that's my way of my breakfast prep. I have a stash of stuff that I can just grab and go. Maybe make some hard-boiled eggs. That's an easy thing, pretty portable to take with you somewhere. Have portable shakes that you don't even have to make. I have them in the fridge. I have Equate shakes, and I have Fairlife shakes. They're always cold and ready to go. Basically, some people like to have very elaborate breakfasts. If you like oats, maybe think about overnight oats. So in the morning, you just grab it. You can microwave it if you like it hot, or you can just have it cold. I personally like them cold. That type of thing. Do, like those little, what do they call them? The little mini egg that look like little omelets. The word is not coming to me now, but you know what I mean. You can make ones with vegetable, ones with ham, some cheese, all of the above, bacon bits, that you take, pack them up and take them with you. Those are pretty good too, as a portable food, because you can just, it's not messy if you're in your car and you pull over or whatever, or you're at your desk at work. So basically that was last week's meeting. This week was about events. It's all about the planning. It's all about there is some planning involved in being on whatever plan you're on. You're going to have some more than others. Some of us like to plan more than others. There are all sorts of things that you can do to make your life easier. But again, I've discussed this before, I think in my last weigh-in. Make sure you know your plan before you start it as much as you can. There's so much information out there on the net. There are so many YouTubers that are experts in their plans that do, everything you need to know before you start whatever the plan is, that you can educate yourself and make sure that you decide on a plan that you think you're going to be able to live with. Because, many people go on crash diets. They lose the 20 and then they end up regaining it. If you want to make a lifestyle change to be a healthier person, then it is critically important that you choose a plan that you are going to be able to live with. Because even if you do it 80% of the time, which is my philosophy on life at this point at my age, then it still has to be that you are going to be able to do it 80% of the time. You need to be enjoying your food. That's another critical thing. To me, if I'm not enjoying my food, that's a definite road to disaster. Not feeling deprived, finding shortcut ways to make foods healthier, the ones that you like. There is so much help out there, free help offered to all of us. All we have to do is the click, and the turn it on, and spend a little bit of time. You're important. You need to spend that time. Trust me on that. You are important. And your road to wellness is your road. And navigating that road is not going to be easy all the time. I'll never tell you that. But it is doable. You know, even if it's 80% of the time, you're 80% better off than you were when you were 100% in the other direction. Am I not right? I think I am on that note. I'm not an expert, but I have been around the block a few times. So anyway, yes, I maintained for week 1 of 6 weeks of maintenance. I'm very happy to report that to you. Has it been an easy one? No, but it's learning about navigating the next step for me. And I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to go forward and I'm going to keep on trudging along. Pardon the shaking in the camera. I do have Leela here. She's very interested in saying hi. Say hello. Say hi, Arna. Isn't she cute? She's cute. She's a good girl. Anyway, so it's been 10 plus minutes. I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm going to thank you all very much once again for spending time with me and watching my video. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next one that I make for you. In the meantime, you all be well. Thanks again. Bye now.